From the beginning stages of life, we spend our time trying to put puzzle pieces together. Not just a physical puzzle, but pieces of life. We want to know how we fit in, or where we fit best, or more importantly in the spiritual realm, where God wants us to fit. In February 1987, I participated on a work team to San Juan, Puerto Rico. It was there that I began to see the pieces of my life fitting together into something bigger than I ever imagined. God masterfully started to bring together the pieces of my life. I sensed Him wanting me to be a missionary. Within a year, I was in Mexico serving as a volunteer. During those 6 months, He confirmed my call. I found where I fit. I loved the Mexican people, and a vision to assist a developing national church began to grow within me. In 1993, I returned to Mexico as a career missionary. I worked with the mission and the national church in administration. This was a big piece in another puzzle that had been missing for some time. In fact, I was an answer to many prayers over many years for an administrative assistant to Ed Parman, the mission director in Mexico. This enabled us to focus on training the Mexican leadership so they will be prepared, equipped, and empowered to lead the church. A large portion of my time in Mexico was devoted to bookkeeping and administering mission funds. Another piece of my time was spent on day-to-day office operations such as answering phones, writing letters, filing, and running errands. The last couple of years, I also made arrangements for and met work and ministry teams. Like a puzzle, God fit my skills and abilities with the needs of the Mexican Wesleyan Church. Though much of my time was spent in operations, I loved connecting with people too. As a woman, I enjoyed spending time with other women participating in God's work in Mexico. Each of us helping each other to discover how we fit into ministry. Leah Salazar is my mentor and good friend. She spent a lot of time explaining the Mexican culture to me. She taught me a lot of Spanish and even took the time to understand what I was trying to say. My frequent illnesses were opportunities to use her nursing skills as she ministered to me. Leah is a godly Christian woman, a graduate of the Mexican Nazarene Seminary and the director of the Wesleyan Bible School. She teaches full-time, cares for details related to the school, and cheerfully hosts many work teams. I admire Leah and her strong commitment to God and to her family. We spent many times together discussing the needs of the church in Mexico. We brainstormed solutions to those needs. She always looked for ways to help the church to grow. Leah impressed me with her many roles and a servant's heart. She is an essential piece to the ministry in Mexico. Tabita is a young lady from our church in Mexico City. What a privilege it was to mentor her by co-teaching a Sunday school class. She is creative and lively. What an encourager! I think she's always smiling, too. As I worked with Tabita, I noticed that loving and serving others is her life. She is a glowing Christian. No matter where she is, she shares about God and seeks ways to learn how to serve Him better. Through our talks, Tabita has decided to study at our Bible school. She just finished her first year of studies. I knew she'd be a piece to fit in there. While Tabita was still at our Mexico City church, she began mentoring her good friend Benilde by co-teaching with her. It has been fun watching Benilde open up and grow under Tabita's example. When Tabita left for Bible school the following year, I began working with Benilde. Today she teaches the Sunday school class by herself, but more importantly, she serves as the assistant Sunday school director and has worked to reshape their program. I taught Benilde and other leaders how to organize and improve their Sunday school. Benilde was eager to learn and put into practice the different pieces that we talked about. These new skills were scary and awkward to her at first. Many times she thought she didn't fit in, but in time it became easier and she saw progress. Benilde's ministry is a key piece to the future growth in our Mexico City church. So, where do we go from here? Much of the Mexican puzzle still needs to be pieced together. Telling the millions and millions of people that live in Mexico about Jesus. Mexico City, thought to be the world's most populated city, is home to about 25 million people. But outside the borders of that one city live another 75 million people. The birth rate in the last 2 decades has been phenomenal. 53%, more than half the population, is less than 20 years old. Theological education. In addition to completing the buildings on our new campus, Mexicans need to be prepared for ministry. Many current pastors do not yet have formal Bible training. Some churches are growing rapidly and need skilled workers. New churches are beginning. The need is great for pastors, worship leaders, Christian educators, and counselors. I am confident God will bring the right pieces together to make the Bible school into what He wants so that people can be shaped to fit future ministries. Other important pieces of the puzzle are local church auxiliary ministries. Youth groups, Christian education, and ministries to men and women and children need a new vision for discipleship and outreach. But you know, something's missing in this puzzle. One piece can't finish the whole puzzle. That's where you might come in. See firsthand how God is working in Mexico. God can work through you on a work or ministry team, or even up to a year as a GoNet volunteer. Work teams, ministry teams, GoNet volunteers are always needed. The vision of reaching people for Jesus Christ is only beginning to be realized. Sure, there are lots of puzzles in life. As God puts the puzzle pieces in Mexico together, ask Him where you fit in.